Okay, hopefully this is recording. This is my little Orion 125cc pit bike. My name is T Dubs. This will be my first video on YouTube, and we're gonna explore around some back roads out here in East Texas. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully no dogs attack me, or people. This is gonna be my test. I don't have a microphone for this GoPro, so hopefully this wind filter helps if people can still hear me talk. Hopefully. If not, I'll figure something out. We'll make it work. But for now, this is what I got. It's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon out here in Livingston, Texas. Now this specific road I used to work on a few years ago, building a solar field. Hopefully we make it out there and we can see the solar field that I worked on. Transitioning from pavement to dirt. From here on it'll be all dirt roads. I hope I have my GoPro on the right settings. This is my first time using it. Some lady mowing her lawn. Now, I don't remember this road going this way, but it's been 3 years since I've been down here. So I guess we're just exploring, see where it takes me. I don't want to pull up on someone's driveway, which that's what it's looking like. So we're going to go ahead and swing around. Go back the other way. Now, I am not an experienced dirt rider. I've ridden bikes, but only on pavement, and by no means am I a professional. So this is going to be me growing and learning alongside with y'all. And we'll see where this channel takes us. Now I do want to be as respectful as possible to these people out here. I wouldn't want some kid riding a dirt bike on my land. But I think I took a wrong turn, so we'll see. See where this goes. Looks like we got some cows out here. If I do a lot of riding around this town, you'll see a lot of cows. And if you're wondering what this red bottle is on my handlebars, that is a bottle of mace. Because I do not want to get attacked by dogs. And I do have my wireless hole puncher in case things get out of hand. But that's the last resort. It's a beautiful house. And those are the dogs I'm talking about that I don't want to get attacked by. You seem like a nice dog though. Pretty dog. Okay, so now I know where I'm at. I remember this very well. In about a mile or so, there's going to be a huge solar field. I worked out there for several months, working on these solar fields. I traveled around Texas with this company called McCarthy. Now I enjoyed it. It just, they weren't paying the best. After traveling with them for a year or two, they made a bunch of promises they didn't keep. So me and my wife came back here. This is her hometown. And we started our own family. And now we have a beautiful baby boy. He's about to be 2. He's my junior. Looks exactly like me. See how this goes. Got some people out here working. Looks like they just bought that land and they're trying to improve on it. That's what a lot of people out here do. Land in this area tends to be pretty cheap. People buy it there with nothing on it and they build it up. I've been in this area with my wife on and off now for about 5 years, and it has grown significantly since I've been around. And she grew up here, and she says from when she was a child, this is far different. Of course, there's still a lot of farmland, a lot of this just open dirt road areas. Look at all these turkey vultures. There must be something dead right here. See if we can't get a sneak peek at what's dead. What are they eating on? Look like a dead boar or something. Just the tail end of it. Now I hope I'm talking loud enough. Maybe I should talk louder. We'll see. Like I said, this is my first video. I'm gonna upload it no matter what. Anybody that watches it can give me some pointers. This is a GoPro Hero 7, Silver 7. So I can't connect the mic to it unless I do some sort of external recording for audio and match it up. But I'm not a tech savvy person, so we'll see. I love these areas out here with all the trees that overhang. Makes a very good photo shoot. When I used to work out here, I had an old GMC 1500 2002 with a 5-speed transmission. And I used to cut up out here on the dirt road. Since then, I've got a Dodge. Had to get rid of that truck. Had a lot of electrical problems. So far, not much has changed since I've been out here. Looks the same for the most part. Now, I used to slide my truck around this corner. I came very close to hitting these guardrails. Let's see. They got down here. Now, I've never stopped and looked at any of this stuff. Well, I don't think my idle's up high enough on this bike, but that's okay. We make do with what we got. I'll adjust it. But this is a cool little spot to stop for a second. Make sure everything's still recording. Now, there's no kickstand on this bike. Oh yeah, we're recording. There's no kickstand on that bike. I have the little triangle one that I don't want to carry with me. But it's a Chinese pit bike, so I don't mind dropping her on the ground. People leave their trash everywhere. It's not cool. People need to clean up after themselves. We don't condone that. I don't. Let's see if I could turn this idle screw just a little bit up with my fingernail. Let's see how that works. Now, this pit bike is weird. I've never had a bike that you have to start only in neutral. If you pull the clutch, there's no compression, and it can only be started in neutral. Now, I've never seen that, but this is Chinese, and like I said, I don't know much. I don't know a whole lot about these bikes. That's okay. This is a learning process. The only bike I've ever had that is similar to this is a Honda Grom clone from China. Had a pretty similar engine, but it didn't have that neutral starting problem. It was an electric start bike. Now, it was really fun. I rode that around Houston for a little bit. I grew up in South Houston. Went to school out there. Ooh, this is soft. Oh, that's real soft. This is why I like bringing my truck out here, because it's soft. You break loose, you slide around really easy. I'm going to make a couple videos like this out here. Get comfortable talking to the camera. See how it goes. But my main goal is to take my bike to Houston, out where I grew up at, and do some urban exploring. Now, this is fun and all. I think we're getting close to the solar field now. Hopefully nobody out here will tell me to go away. It looks like the McCarthy company didn't clean up after themselves very well, because I remember putting all this mesh out. But like I said, they weren't the best company to work for anyhow. Now, I am now self-employed. I run a lawn care company. This is my 3rd year in business, and we seem to be doing all right. Steadily trying to grow the business. But this YouTube bike riding stuff is something I've always wanted to do. I grew up watching moto vloggers my whole life, and I've always begged my parents to let me get a bike, but they were always too afraid to let me do that. Now that I'm grown, I got my own money, and no one can tell me no. So now I do what I want. Ooh, slow down. Now, one of these ditches right here, I crashed my truck into. Being an idiot, going like 60 down a dirt road and trying to hit a corner. Being young and dumb. I know this might not seem too interesting because there ain't much out here, but I'm looking for places to have abandoned buildings, trails, whatever. Just something to get around and mess around at. Maybe find some people who want to ride with me. Out here in this small town, the police are very bad. That's why I want to go to Houston, where I know I can ride around and not really get messed with. I also know there's a bunch of... There's the solar field I'm talking about. Now, I built this. I worked on these out here. See if we can't get a better view up here through the trees. Now, I don't know if they got guards out here or anything like that, but I worked here and I built this. Not all by myself, but I helped a lot. Now this dirt road, it's called Soda Loop, the big loop. But there's another branch of it that extends out for miles and miles and miles. And we're gonna head over there and see how far down we can go before it gets too dark. Or before I run out of battery on this recording. Now I know I should be wearing more gear. I plan on getting me some gloves. I am wearing boots. But Texas doesn't have a law on what you need to wear when riding bikes. If you're an adult, you don't have to wear a helmet. You don't have to wear anything you don't want to. As long as you're over 18. I believe 18, maybe 21. But I'm 27, so who's to tell me what to do? So the sun sets in about an hour. So we're going to go a little bit further down this way. I don't want to get too far from home. I do have a light on this bike, but it's just a little battery powered light, and I don't know how long it's going to last or how bright it is. Now let's see, can I turn here? I don't think this is the right spot. I know there's another right turn. Oh no, it's still part of the solar field. Get a little closer. Oh, just dumped the bike. It's real soft out here. Alright, I'm gonna have to adjust this carburetor. Most definitely gonna have to adjust this carburetor. Get it out of this little sand. A little bit of sand. Never hurt nobody. Unless I fall and crash. And it did. Oh, this is slick. All right. Now this is the McCarthy Solar Field. I don't know if it's owned by McCarthy anymore or not, but I worked out here. My job was to pull the wire. So we had a giant spool of wire on a forklift, and I walked behind the forklift dragging the wires out for all these panels. Every single row. I've been on every inch of this solar field pulling wire, and boy did it suck. It was an alright job for the time, but it was hot. They didn't care if it was rain or shine, as long as there was no thunder or lightning. That was a bit of a rough takeoff, but I am by no means a sand rider. Like I said, I grew up riding bikes on pavement. So this is very new to me. Now this is the road, not that one. This is the road I'm talking about turning on. And it goes very far. And this is all new to me. I've never been out here. And this bike is getting swirly. So I got a flat tire. Hope not. I think it's just very soft. I think the sand is just very, very soft. Now I see all these little trails, and I would love to go explore them, but I don't know who owns this land, any of this land, and I do not want to get met with the barrel of a gun to my face. So I do have my own firearm. Violence is never what you want to come to. We want to de-escalate everything. We're just out here having fun. If someone gets mad, we'll politely say sorry and we'll move on about our day. But I'm not going to go out of my way to tear people's land up. So I would love to go explore some of these trails. And this is very soft sand. I can just feel myself sliding. Trying to stay on the tire tracks where it's nice and compacted. I wish I knew how fast I was going, but this feels plenty fast. Plenty enough for me right now. If I give it any more throttle, this rear tire starts to get swirly. It is very beautiful though. Now, these purple posts, those purple signs, fence posts, purple trees, whatever, you see purple paint out in the south, you turn around. Don't go on their property, because that means they will shoot you. And like I said, I don't want to get in any trouble with nobody. And I got a almost 2-year-old at home that needs me. So we're going to stay out of trouble for now. Now, I would love to turn off down one of these side roads, but my phones don't work out here. And I don't want to get lost, so I'm going to stick to this one road, and we'll just see where it takes us for now. Hopefully the sun doesn't set on me. People sitting out here drinking, they don't pick up after themselves. Now, I grew up in a coastal town called Freeport, Texas. You may have heard of it, maybe not. It's not the nicest town, but I grew up always on the beach, picking up people's trash. Because if you don't keep it clean, we won't have it for long. That is beautiful. Now, my goal with these videos is not to be causing problems. People see me on a little pit bike, they probably think I'm a hoodlum. And that's okay. We might get into some hoodlum activities, but the goal is not to destroy anything or mess with anyone. Just learn how to ride, maybe hit some jumps. I really want to learn how to do wheelies. Obviously not on these dirt roads, not without gloves and pads. Man, it's beautiful out here. Probably gonna stop up here somewhere and check my gas. I don't know how well this bike is on gas. Haven't taken it far yet. So we'll find out together. I do have my wife on standby. If I need to, she'll come get me in the truck. Oh, those are a bunch of beehives. Whole bunch of beehives. And I do not want to get stung by any bees. So let's keep it pushing. Like I said, this bike, I don't got a kickstand on it right now. I probably won't put a kickstand on it. I don't see the point. Whoa, whoa, getting swirly. Oh, oh, there we go. Almost lost it there. Now, I have met a couple people in this area that say they'll ride with me. But I'm not scared to go down county roads on my dirt bike. Just as long as I'm not riding through town. The police don't like me. Not in town, at least. Or on the highway. But the way I see it is if there's a game warden or sheriff out here that wants to stop me, as long as I'm respectful, I'm not tearing nothing up, and I got video recording that I'm not doing nothing bad, I don't think I'll get in trouble. Somebody was letting me eat right there. Oh, oh, oh! It's hard to see all these bumps in the dirt road. You start moving too quick, you don't see these bumps coming, you'll throw yourself. Not a whole lot out here. But we don't know until we go. Like I said, I've never been back here. Oh, that looks like a big old puddle. That looks like a really big puddle. Oh yeah. Somebody's been out here hitting the mud. If I didn't want to get soaked, I would try to rip through that. Now hopefully this camera angle is a good angle, but we'll figure it out as we go. And it is pretty windy out here, so hopefully this wind filter that I got is doing its thing. What is that? Looks like a to-go box from a gas station. Now out here in East Texas in the country, gas station food is one of the biggest things around here. Everybody eats gas station food. They got chicken strips, chicken fried steak. It's not regular gas station food. They actually make pretty good food at the gas station. Man, I want to go off in one of these trails so bad. Now it's about 6:30 in the afternoon. And the sun starts to set probably around 7:30. That guy looked like he was doing something he probably shouldn't be. But I'm not going to go mess with him. Probably out here doing some substances. Now, methamphetamine and crack is real bad out here. Alright. I think I'm going to check my gas tank right here and whip it back around because whoa, don't fall. Yeah, she don't want to stay idling. I think I need to work on the jetting. Oh, we got plenty of gas. I just really don't want to get lost out here, as I don't really know where I'm at. Well, I know where I'm at, but I'm worried if I go down one of these roads, I'm not going to remember which turn. Because all these turns look the same. And that would be an issue. I don't want to get lost. Because if my phone don't work out here, I don't think my wife's phone will work out here. And she'll get lost trying to find me. So, we're going to take it back. Probably cut this video a little short. But for now, we'll just enjoy our way back. The sun is right in my face. Kind of blinding me. helmet, it came with a polarized visor, but I didn't want to switch it out in case it did get dark, and I still need to see. I'm supposed to wear glasses. Whoa, whoo. Almost lost it. I'm supposed to wear glasses when driving, especially at night. Especially driving at night. But my glasses won't fit in this helmet. So if I have a polarized visor, I definitely won't be able to see at night. Hopefully I make it back to the starting point before my GoPro dies. The seat is peeling my tailbone. Trying to stay on the tire tracks where it's been compacted. The wheels on this bike are awfully small. And from what I've noticed so far is they slide out pretty easily. Just punching the throttle like that is making my back tire slip. Back over here by the bees. Someone got gear stand out there. These big old crickets and love bugs smacking me in the chest. Now, whether people watch this or not, I mean, hopefully people watch it and they enjoy it. But this is mainly for me. I've always wanted to go explore on bikes. I've always loved bikes. Growing up, my uncle and my grandfather, everyone in my family has had bikes. So I don't know why my parents wouldn't let me get a dirt bike when I was a kid. But that's over with now. And now I have a dirt bike. And I'm no longer a kid. Slow it down. I can definitely tell though that if I'm going to be doing these longer rides on this dirt bike, I definitely need a better seat cushion, some better grip, and some gloves. I have gloves, like work gloves or gardening gloves, but I want a set of actual riding gloves. Let's not eat it. Last thing I want to do is eat it out here. But I do like having fun. And I know this is only a little 125. But I'm a firm believer that it's better to go fast on something slow than it is to go slow on something fast. Sometimes I can't tell if I'm in third or fourth. Sounds like it wants to go up another gear, but there is no more gear. Oh. Oh, I got it. My tailbone is killing me. Now this gravel is almost as soft as the sand. Okay. down a little bit. Breaking loose again. And I think I'm a little bit too old to be falling over in the rock, going like 30 miles an hour. Here's our turn. Duck crossing. Oh man, this bike does not like to idle right now. I don't know. I don't have a screwdriver to fix it. But she'll get us home. Beautiful sunset. Making our way back. I used to have to drive down this road at like 5 in the morning. Out here in the pitch dark. Now 3 years ago there wasn't this much plant life out here because the McCarthy company knocked it all down to build the solar field. So this is what's growing back, I guess. See if we can't get one more look at these solar fields before I head out. That gate is open. When I worked out here, whew, trying to lift the visor up, almost fell. When I worked out here, there were several people who would ride their sport bikes out here to work. Now, I would not do that. This gravel, even on this little dirt bike, I'm slipping around. I could only imagine how bad a sport bike with street tires would be. That was the main building where we would meet every morning. Everybody would park over in this parking lot. We would all stretch together, do our morning stretches, and then load up on our little side-by-side, and everyone would ride out and go to work. Got a car coming up. I might make another video out here. I might not. I know a few other places around town where I could ride. I really want to take this bike to Houston and ride around Houston. I just got to find somewhere to park my truck where it won't get messed with. Oh, that was a big bump. Oh. Oh. There's even more solar panels down that way. Oh. Ah! I got something in my eye. Now, I don't live off this road, so I'm going to have to drive down the side of the highway to get back to my house. We're obviously not going to show that part. But, gotta do what you gotta do. Now, this is the bridge we stopped on earlier. Looks like somebody was doing some burnouts. Oh. I don't know what that was. Looked like a piece of tire or something. When I worked out here, all the Haitian people would travel together, and they drove in big cargo vans. And one time, there was a group of Haitian people. Their van broke down right over here somewhere, and the whole front axle fell out. And I stopped and did my best to help them, but it was getting dark and I had to go home. So I left them with some tools. I know where they work with me. And long story short, I never got my tools back. They kept all my stuff. But hopefully, it got them out of their situation. As I didn't really need them. Look at that sunset through the trees. This truly is a beautiful place to live. If you can get past all the drug addicts and corruption of this town. But what small town doesn't have corruption? Right here is where I crashed my truck. I was going way too fast and hit this corner, and I slid it right into that ditch right there. Looks like they got plans to make something nice right there. Oh, my forearm is itchy. I don't want to take my hand off the bars and crash. My arm is itchy. Now we're back where we know. That is a beautiful house. I think I said that at the beginning of the video. Look at those cows. Now, I think I should have turned back there, but that's all right. We'll get there either way. I know where I'm going, for the most part. that's all right. And end this video here. All right, guys. Well, my name's T-Dubs. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please give a like and a subscribe. And we'll be making more videos soon. Thank you. See y'all later.